There's also plenty of movement activity in the transfer market with that first bonus transfer window closing on Tuesday. Mark McAdam is back, and we've got some new news regarding a potential incoming for Arsenal.
Yeah, huge news for Arsenal fans.
The interesting thing about Arteta'S hint on the East timeline is that it reflects not just the current transfer, but also his philosophy as a manager. He is not the kind of coach who buys players simply to fill gaps. Every move under his leadership has been meticulous, part of a wider project that stretches beyond a single season. When he spoke of a clear plan, it was not only about Eze'S signing, it was a window into how Arsenal now approach the market. During the early years of his reign, Arsenal were still plagued by the remnants of the old regime's scattergun approach to transfers. Players were sometimes recruited without clear roles, and the squad carried excess weight. But over the past 3 summers, Arteta and sporting director Edu Gasper have streamlined the process, targeting players who fit the identity and tactical requirements of the team. Declan Rice, Gabriel Jesus, Oleksandr Zinchenko, Martin Odegaard, and now Eberechi, all of them are not only talented, but multifunctional, adaptable, and capable of thriving in a system that demands intensity, intelligence, and versatility. Eze'S, in particular, embodies the qualities Arteta cherishes. He is press-resistant, able to receive the ball under pressure and wriggle free with a burst of skill. He is progressive, always looking to drive forward rather than settle for safe passes. He is unpredictable, capable of scoring from range or weaving into the box. In Arsenal's current setup, where teams often sit deep and force them to unlock compact defenses, Eze'S ability to dribble past opponents and create space could be invaluable. It is perhaps why Arteta'S words carried such conviction. He did not sound like a manager commenting vaguely on a player linked in the media. He sounded like someone speaking about a footballer he has already visualized in his team. Arsenal, after all, do not chase players half-heartedly anymore. If Arteta and Edu want Eze'S, it is because they believe he will transform their attack in specific, measurable ways. The timeline, then, becomes a chess game. Arsenal are not just negotiating with Crystal Palace, they are managing finances, squad dynamics, and competitive strategy. Consider this: Palace are desperate not to lose both Eze'S and Michael Olise in the same window. Olise's move to Bayern Munich has already rocked them, leaving Eze'S as the jewel in their crown. They will resist until the final moment, hoping to keep him at Selhurst Park at least until January. Arsenal know this. So perhaps Arteta'S remark about "when we want it" was a nod to the fact that the club will choose their strike point carefully, possibly in the last days of the window when Palace's resistance may weaken. There is also the matter of Arsenal's outgoings. To make room for Eze'S financially and structurally, players may need to depart. Emile Smith-Rowe has admirers across the league, and his future is uncertain. Fabio Vieira, too, has been linked with a loan move. If Arsenal clear one or both, the pathway for Eze'S becomes clearer. Arteta'S hint could therefore be read as a suggestion that Arsenal already know which outgoings are imminent, and thus when they can officially move for Eze'S. Media reaction to the quote has been just as frenzied as that of the fans. Pundits have lined up to dissect Arteta'S comments. Former Arsenal legend Ian Wright was quick to jump on the narrative. Mikel doesn't say things like that for no reason. When he talks about a plan, it means something is happening. I'd love to see Eze'S at Arsenal. He's got that swagger, that magic, and you can just imagine him linking with Bukayo and Martin. It would be beautiful. Other voices have been more cautious. Gary Neville, speaking on Sky Sports, warned that Arsenal must avoid overloading their squad with too many similar profiles. You have Havertz, Odegaard, Rice, and now potentially Eze'S. That's a lot of midfielders who want to play centrally. It's about balance. I understand the excitement, but Arsenal need to be smart with how they use him. Balance, though, is exactly what Arteta seems to be chasing. Far from creating a logjam, he envisions a squad where players rotate seamlessly, ensuring freshness across 4 competitions. With the Champions League beckoning once more, Arsenal cannot afford to rely on just 12 or 13 trusted players. They need depth, variety, and the ability to change games from the bench. Eze'S, with his versatility to play as an attacking midfielder, a left winger, or even as a false 9, fits the requirement perfectly. The psychological aspect of Arteta'S hint should also not be underestimated. By speaking publicly, even briefly, he has sent a message not only to fans but also to Eze'S himself. Players want to feel wanted, courted, and valued. For Eze'S, hearing Arsenal's manager talk about a plan that could involve him must be hugely encouraging. It tells him that this is not a passing interest, it is a deliberate pursuit. Footballers at his level thrive on ambition, and Arsenal's ambition right now is clear: to build a squad capable of dethroning Manchester City. And that is perhaps the ultimate context for this entire saga. Arsenal pushed City to the wire last season, finishing just short of their first title in 2 decades. The gap was small but significant, often decided in tight matches where creativity dried up. Arteta knows that to beat Pep Guardiola's machine, Arsenal must add not just quality but unpredictability. Rice gave them solidity. Havertz gave them tactical flexibility. Eze'S, if secured, would give them that chaos factor, the player who can produce something out of nothing when all other patterns fail. As speculation grows, the press are already painting timelines. Some suggest Arsenal want Eze'S before the next international break, giving him time to settle in. Others argue that the club will deliberately wait until the window's final week to exert maximum leverage. Whichever scenario plays out, Arteta'S clue has given fans permission to dream. At pubs across North London, the conversation is the same. Fans argue over where Eze'S would fit best, whether he would take the number 10 shirt, or if he would start ahead of Havertz. They debate whether he should be unveiled at the Emirates before a big match, creating a statement moment. They even speculate about his first goal: would it be a curling strike from the edge of the box, or a mazy dribble through 3 defenders? For Palace fans, the hint is ominous. They know what usually happens when a player is linked so heavily with Arsenal. Resistance can only hold for so long, and the player's head eventually turns. Already, some reports claim Eze'S has told close friends he is open to the move, that he sees Arsenal as the natural next step. While Palace supporters adore him, they fear the writing is on the wall. Still, nothing is final until pen meets paper. That is why Arteta'S choice of words was so clever. He did not commit to dates or promises. He simply created intrigue, enough to excite but not enough to corner Arsenal into a public deadline. That ambiguity is power. It keeps rivals guessing, Palace uncertain, and fans on edge. And so, the Eze'S transfer saga continues, shaped now by a single line from Arteta that may be remembered as the spark that ignited the final stretch. The waiting game has begun, and every hour that passes only heightens the tension.